I'm going to share with you why children make silly mistakes when they're learning math. So stick with me through this video. At the end of the video, I invite you to join me over in my community in my Patreon channel. Join for free, watch the free webinar, see what I supply for you every single week as parents. A super streamlined system, in my opinion, takes place of homework. You can be rest assured you are covering and helping your child master their fundamentals. They're not going to feel like they're falling behind. You can ensure that they don't fall behind, and it's just a super simple system to follow. So go check it out at the end of the video. Let's dive right into this one. So your child knows how to do it, but why are they still making silly mistakes? So this is really common, and I see this time and time again in my teaching job and also in my tutoring. And I've often wondered, and hence why I'm doing this video, why is that? Why do they actually make silly mistakes? Like those really weird sort of mistakes, and you're like, where did that come from? Kind of thing. And so most silly mistakes aren't actually about carelessness necessarily. It's actually more about like a cognitive overload going on, so much going on in their head. And math has a real habit of being that subject where there is so much going on that you do come across these sorts of issues. And so little things like they might forget to carry in an algorithm kind of thing. They might skip a sign, meaning they might think that it's a plus when it's actually a subtraction, you know, that kind of thing. And it's just a silly little error. That's what I'm talking about here. They might misread a number, they might read it backwards, or they just might skip out a digit, or these kind of things. And all of this is because, there's too much happening in their brain all at once. And like I say, that is a real math kind of thing, because there's so many different steps that they often have to remember of how to solve things and all of this sort of thing. And this is why we get this whole I hate maths, it's too hard kind of situation. We need to break it down and figure out why that is and how we can actually help them to build their confidence and be confident in math again, which they absolutely can. So working memory, so when they're literally working on something, their working memory, it has limits. And what I mean by that is when it overloads, so when there is so much going on, so many things to remember, and this could be outside factors as well that they're thinking about in that moment, the accuracy will drop really fast. And so that's why it's so important to simplify things down and make the whole system so much simpler. And that again is simply what I am creating for you in my resource stuff. I'm literally making it so that it's so simple for you to follow, but simple for them, so that there isn't this cognitive overload. It makes it so that it is achievable, and achievable in the right way. Mistakes often mean overload, and it's not actually a lack of ability. So it's something to keep in mind that if your child is doing these sorts of silly mistakes, or you hear from their teacher that they are, or you just notice that they are at home, it's not because of a lack of ability necessarily. It can be because of this, that there is this just overload of stuff going on in that moment. So keep that in mind. And so what do we do to get around this? What do we need to do? We want to slow the process down, first of all. And again, it's exactly what I'm getting you to do with what I'm supplying to you. You want to slow it down. You don't want to give them a whole load of things all at once. And often in schools, they will learn a skill and then they'll move on to the next skill very quickly. And it can all become quite a lot. And so that's what I'm trying to do for you, to give you as parents a much simpler, streamlined kind of system that you can support at home actually in the right way. You want to reduce the thinking load. So again, just simplifying it down. Keep it one thing, keep it simple. And you want to build what's called automaticity, step by step. And so you want to get them to that point where things do just become automatic, and they're not almost having to think a lot in that moment. And that's where you want to get, and that's learning. That is literally where you want to get to. And so that's why those maths packs, the resources, the weekly stuff I provide for you are so simple, so straightforward, so streamlined, so much easier for you to follow as parents at home, which is what this is all about. This whole channel is about this. and what I provide for you outside of this on my Patreon is for about that as well. And I do have something brand new coming for you as well in the coming days, which I'm excited to give to you and I'm excited to share with you. So keep an eye out for that. It's called the Learning Confidence Playbook. So keep your eye on that, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.